There comes a time when you look back on life and reflect on some of the things that made you who you are. Single defining moments that had such an impact, they're forever ingrained into your mind box. When I was in school, I had an experience with anime that was not only amazing, but so fucking high tier weeb, you can't make this shit up. Now get yourself tucked in, grab a beer or a hot chocolate or some shit, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below, give the notification bell a slap, and get ready for a stroll down memory lane. So let me take you back to a much younger Bradley. Oh, that's my name by the way. You even got a name revealed today, aren't you special? Back to a time when I spent most of my school days absent-mindedly drawing anime titties in my notebooks. It's safe to assume that I was not very academically inclined. I had little to no interest in school and a lot of interest in anime. I'll save my origin story for another day, so let's skip ahead to the mid-2000s. It was around this time that Naruto was seeing a rise in popularity, and I'm talking before its meteoric rise as one of the big three, alongside One Piece and Bleach. 15-year-old me was easily enamoured by ninjutsu and shuriken and Itachi. It wasn't long before I was knee deep in the online fan community. I was super active on a forum back then called Naruto Central, which I don't even think exists anymore. I was fucking inhaling everything Naruto, and I believe it was around the time the Chuunin exam was airing. Fast forward in time, and your Uncle Grim is getting ready to sit his GCSE exams. The GCSEs are like our big final school exams before we graduate and move on to work or further education, for any of you non-UK homies watching. If you were paying attention earlier, then you'll know I was not a great student. I barely paid attention in lessons, so having to revise for exams was fucking painful. And not only that, but I just found it near impossible to focus. By the time my science exam rolled around, I was basically a nervous wreck. I can remember sitting at my desk, staring down at the paper, and my mind just going blank. I couldn't remember shit. All that time spent trying to study was a pointless waste of energy. Why was I like this? Why couldn't I recall any of the answers? I felt like I was being punked and some bastard had switched the paper with a higher level one. Surely normal people couldn't answer these goddamn Stephen Hawkins level questions. I turn the pages one by one and the panic deepens when I fail to understand yet another fucking question. The pages blur and my eyes glaze over. At this point I'm sweating absolute buckets. The darkness begins to surround me and I swear to God at this point I'm close to blacking out. And then I see it. Like a shining beacon of hope, a light at the end of the tunnel, I spot a question that I know the answer to. Let's jump back for a second. Remember how I said the Chuunin exam was all the rage at this point in Naruto? Well, does anyone remember my boy Dosu here? He was a sound ninja with a very interesting science lesson for little old me. I remembered that Dosu used chakra to manipulate sound and target his opponent's inner ears. He could control the vibrations and amplify them enough to rupture eardrums, but more importantly, he could have them affect the semicircular canals, which are responsible for your balance. And that was it. I fucking had it. The answer was right there in my head, clear as day. I filled in the answer to that question with the conviction of a Spartan warrior. My pen glided across the paper with the precision and finesse of an Olympic figure skater. I fucking nailed it. I was so pleased with myself. Never before had my brain worked at that capacity. I could compete with the big dogs now. Move the fuck over, Einstein, you ain't shit. I felt like the smartest man alive. And there you have it. Being a dirty weeb had rescued my soul from the depths of despair, granted me one last bastion of hope. After answering that question, I felt like a fucking god, an unstoppable force of nature with the world in the palm of my hand. I could swear to you, I genuinely felt my brain size expand in my skull. I knew I'd gotten the answer right and nothing could stop me now. Dosu from Naruto, I am forever indebted to you. Consuming copious amounts of anime had finally paid off. I still failed that fucking test though. What about you? Has there ever been a time you've recalled something from anime or manga in a completely out of context situation and it's actually been helpful to you? Let me know in the comments because I'd love to hear about it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed storytime today. Recalling these memories is always so much fun for me. So please subscribe if you want to see more from me chatting bare breeze about anime or manga or something. Laters.